Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to the channel. I thought I would go ahead and do a middle of August tour because I haven't done one. I think it's been about a month and a half now. So, yep. Now you should recognize this bed. This was the front walkway bed that I tore apart and redid. So let's go over some of the plants that are in here now. Um, right here in the front, right here, this is Angelina sedum, and purchased those from a local nursery. They were on clearance for $1. Then behind those, we have the black cherry uh, dianthus from Proven Winners. Ordered that in from Great Garden Plants. They're all looking great. And I believe there are a total of, I think, 21 in here. Something like that. I really like this plant, and it performs so well. So I put a lot in here. So yeah, and then right here and right here we have Dragon's Blood sedum. Behind that are more sedums right there, and right there. I can't remember the variety. I want to say it's like Pop Star or something like that. No, Bundle of Joy. That's what it is. They're Bundle of Joy. So I ordered those from Great Garden Plants last year. Now, right here, right there, and then right over there, those are threadleaf coreopsis that I actually purchased from McNamara on clearance for $5, my favorite local nursery. Um, so, yeah, those are doing great. And look, they're just blooming away. Just blooming away. I love them. Right here and right here are snippet Weigelias. Now, that one used to be over in this bed before I started taking it apart. But I did want that bed to mirror this bed some. So I did pop it over there. And when I transplanted it, I just cut it back and I'm keeping it watered. And you can see it actually looks pretty good. I didn't move it at the best time, but I mean, it's doing great. And we've had super cool temperatures, unseasonably cool for our area. So I think that's helping it along. But no, it looks great. Pleasantly pleased with that one. Right there, we have a little quick fire, and then more of the bundle of joy sedums. There's actually 3 of them there. This sedum right here, I think it's called, I think it just said red or super red, something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but I purchased that at Meyer. That was a clearance plant. I paid $2.50 for it. You can see that I do need to weed this area some. Um, anyway, so then we have another drift of just a small drift, 3 plants of the bundle of joy sedum, and then we have more of the black cherry dianthus. Right here is one of my 50% off purchases from Home Depot. That is actually the candy corn Weigelia. So that is looking great, doing wonderful where it is. I think it's been about a month and a half since I ripped this bed apart, and everything seems to be doing well. Another drift of the bundle of joy sedum, and then we have a larger drift of the black cherry dianthus. I love it. Now you can see my pots up there that I ripped out. I think it's been about 2 weeks. I did a video front pot porch rip out because I wanted a new flavor for these pots up front. And at 50% off, I mean, yeah, what can I say? I mean, yeah, I'm happy. They're doing well. They're starting to flush back out. So no complaints on that, guys. And then over to this side of the bed, you can see my pot up there on the porch. Look how huge that thing is. That was actually more Meyer clearance. I paid $2 a piece for all those annuals in there. And then these, you can see my sun patients are really starting to bulk up. And if you watch my other video, then you know that I had one that was slow to take off. And it's actually that one there on the end. But it is starting to fill out like all the rest of them. These were more Meyer annuals that I purchased on clearance for $2. All the Coleuses, you could see they are really starting to take off. Now, these were also clearance plants. The lime green ones I got at Meyer. I paid $2 a piece for them. And then the darker foliage ones, the orangey burgundy, um, I purchased those from one of my local nurseries, and I got those on clearance, guys, for yes, $1 each. And then we have the sedum, or not sedums, salvias. I forget the name of them. They are approved winners. They are only annuals. You see one right there, there. There's one back there behind the statue, and then there's one over here. So those look great, starting to fill in. I'm so happy with them, and I'm even happier with the price that I paid for them. So now we can start on the side yard. You see Crimson Queen over there. Looking good, looking good, looking good. And in the front of her, we have blue kazoo spireas, and those are doing really well too. You could see that one on the end. Looks like it has a little bit of chlorosis going on. So I need to see if maybe it needs some chelated iron. One way to tell chlorosis is you see how light those leaves are. They're almost like a lime green, but it is the green veining going through there that lets you know something's up with your plant. So, like I said, I probably need to throw some chelated iron over here. And all my weeds are doing great. They just come back under that Japanese maple. My one in the back has a dandelion that is actually growing through the roots. So, yeah. Now, do you remember that blue? I think it's Elijah blue grass that I had up front in the walkway bed before the redo. I popped it over here. And there's three of them. I kept three of them, and they're doing well. Arborvitae, doing great. My boxwoods, with the exception of that one, they're all doing really well. So I need to come along and either replace that or else I need to take out that limb that's dead. I don't know. I haven't really decided. I do have two other boxwoods left over from my Home Depot haul. So they might be going there. I really don't know yet. Now, guys, look at the limelights. They are still standing. And they are starting to turn pink because our nighttime temperatures are really starting to cool off, guys. So, yes, I am happy with these. Bird's Nest Spruce, looking great. Really filling back in. Um, I had a dead spot in there, and what I did was just made sure I pruned it out, and then I cleaned out all the dead needles, and it's really starting to fill back in. So I am excited about that. Now you could see that Wine and Roses Weigelia is finally starting to fill back in. Remember, it was looking super leggy. Now, I did transplant this in the fall. Used to be in another area of the yard. But let me show you. See, this darker stuff right here, this is all new. You can see those bare spots. I'm starting to get some little leaves in there. So, I'm glad about that. I like the shrub. But like I said, it was looking super leggy. But I also forgot that I had moved it last fall. But it seems to be doing well. And this, guys, there she is. Yes, Green Tower elderberry looking fabulous. There is the last juniper that is in my yard. So far, so good, but it is starting to get that appearance that the other one had right there. So that will more than likely be coming out. I'm not going to do it now. I may wait till the fall. I may wait until next spring. Um, Now right here, you can see my North Pole arborvitaes are all looking pretty good. Right there is the white pillar. Um, that one's not looking so hot, but I mean, I just put it in the ground, what, a month ago. So yeah, I don't know. It could have shocked. I don't know, but they all look like that. This one was planted with bone meal and super thrive. That one and that one down there were planted with biotone. So all of them, it looks like, are stressing, but they'll be fine, guys. I'm keeping them watered, so they should look great next spring. You see all my arborvitaes looking good, except for this one. It's kind of thin up at the top, but I think it might be thickening out, so I'll have to keep my eye on that. Soft serve arborvitae, guys, looking great. One right there and one right there. I love that evergreen. Love it. The foliage on it is super soft and it's super, I don't know, airy for an evergreen. So let's go ahead and look on over here, see what else is going on. Now I got my sprinkler out, guys, because we have not had rain in like 10 days. So, but that's okay. I am keeping everything watered. So there is one of our sprinters that we put in to replace one of the junipers that were in here. And you can see right here and right here and right there are my plum perfects. They're doing well. David Austin climber, um, James Galway, looking good. Now those were just planted from bands in the springtime, and it's actually doing great. No complaints. And then you can see my waterfall Japanese maples doing great. Right there, right there. And there's actually another one right back over here. That is Marguerite Daisy, purchased on clearance this year from my local nursery, McNamara. So that one's doing great. And then in the front here, those two scabiosas, aka pincushion flowers, I moved over from the other bed. Those were purchased as plugs in the springtime from a seller on Etsy. So they're coming along well, but I moved them over here to complete my hedge. The rest of these were purchased from McNamara on clearance. I think I paid $5 a piece for them. So, I mean, yeah, they're doing great. Um, Stella Supreme daylilies are coming along well. No complaints on those. My Boom Chocolatas, you see one of them's over there really blooming right there. I've already cut that back once this year, so this is a rebloom. This one was purchased this year from Walmart. And then that one over there, I transplanted. I had it over here when I still had that juniper there, and it was just planted too close to the juniper. So I moved it over here so I would have the nice little trio together. And I think it looks great. I can't wait for everything to grow up, guys. I'm super excited. Now, right here is the peace rose, and we do have a bloom on this. So let me show you guys. I love peach, but look at that James Galloway. Isn't that so pretty? They're just stunning. I love them. Love that bloom. But let me show you guys peace. There's one of the daisy clumps that I moved. This right here is a totem pole grass. Look at peace. Isn't that such a pretty bloom? There's a reason that that rose has been around since the end of World War II. is absolutely stunning. And I don't even care that it black spots. Like, I really don't. I will let this one always have a place in my garden, black spot or not, guys, because I just love it. It's just so pretty. Now, back over here, you can see the other threadleaf coreopsis there, 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 and there's another one right over there. You can see those are doing great. Those were just planted just a few days ago. So, yeah, I've just been keeping them watered. And remember, I split two of these in half, guys. I didn't even cut them back. Now, I don't know if it's because of our low temperatures. I don't know. But usually when I split plants, I cut them back. I did not cut these back, and they look great. So I am happy with that. You can see over on this side, excuse the hose, guys, um, my powwow white coneflowers are doing well. My cannas, this one is getting ready to start blooming. This one's already blooming. And the one that's behind this peony over here, it's not quite blooming yet, but it'll get there. And then right there, there, and there's one over here. Right there are my Midnight Masquerade Penstemons, and they are doing very well. I cannot wait for everything to grow up, guys. It's going to be beautiful next year. Right here in the front, we have the double bubble echinacea. So that's doing well. Right there is Olivia. You guys see I still have not cleaned up my line here, but that's okay. I will get to that. The Nepeta in the front here, these are cat's pajamas all in the front. So I'm happy about those. They are doing well. Zinnia patch doing really well. Very, very happy. Over here, you see all my annuals are doing great. They've put on a lot of growth, guys. These are more clearance annuals. All of those play in the blue salvias I got for $1 from my local nursery, and they have bulked up quite a bit. The sun patients are doing great. They've bulked up quite a bit. I got those at Meijer for $2. And then right here, my Vincas, those were purchased at Home Depot. They've only been in here, I don't know, week and a half maybe. They actually, 2 weeks maybe. They were actually in those front pots when I did the front pot porch rip out. But I transplanted them back here, and they're bulking up quite a bit. So I am happy about that. Right there and right here, and there's another one over here, are my early flamingo phlox that I purchased from Meijer on clearance for $2.50, guys. So I know they don't look like much now, but that's okay. They will look great next season. So, yes, right there is the glorious weeping Alaskan cedar. Yes, I love that plant. It is stunning. Ah, you see my zinnias over here. We're all doing really, really well. More playing the blue salvia. We have more of my $2 Meijer sun patients. Another clump of lamb's ear down there. More zinnias. That hydrangea tree is pink diamond. I need to straighten it out. I need to straighten out a few of my trees in here. But nope, that looks great. I love it. You see how it's leaning though? So I need to fix that. Now you can see my Luna hibiscus, how much growth that's put on since I put it in. That just got put in maybe a month ago. So yeah, and it's probably seriously tripled in size because it was a tiny little thing when I planted it. You can see I have a couple of dahlia tubers that are coming up. There's one right there. And then there's one right there behind Luna. So, yes, right there is a purple pillar. Also, another Home Depot 50% off find. So, yeah, guys, everything is doing well. This sun patient right here and this one were slow to take off, like the one in the front, but you can see they are finally starting to put on some size. So, I am excited about that. All right, guys, now we'll head over to the side bed. I'm going to forewarn you, I still have not mulched. So that needs to be done. You can see my uh, floppy hydrangea over there. Yes, you guys, I really feel like I'm just going to go ahead and put in those little quick fires because I'm tired of dealing with the floppy stems. So, yes, but this is why it's hard to do. You see the color on that strawberry sundae? I mean, it's just beautiful. But like I said, it's a flopper. And this one has been in here for 3 years. So, yeah, I mean, but we just got so much rain this year, guys. It's like Flop City with that thing. Now, over here is my Japanese maple bed that I put in this year. Right there, we have Lion's Head / Lion's Mane. Right here is Full Moon. And then there are just some corbels that I had in other parts of the yard that I moved over here. Now you can see the Julia Itea peony right there and right there. It actually split when I was trying to move it. So I don't know, I cut it back hard, keeping it watered, and we'll see if it'll come back. I'm not too sure on this one, but like I said in my other video, there's a water feature that's going to go somewhere in this area. So I kind of won't be upset if that one on this side doesn't return, but I do like Julia. The bloom color on it, it's super pretty. So I don't want them both to die. I'll be okay if this one lives. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the spring. So let's get to this bed. Now, right here we have a peony. Um, I don't know the variety. It has magenta blooms. There is one on the other side. In this bed over here. So my son purchased those for me for Mother's Day a few years ago, so I will never throw those away. Right here is a sprinter boxwood that I planted a couple weeks ago. Little Hamlin has been in the ground for a few days. There's another little Hamlin. Right here is the spilled wine Weigelia. The one right here on the end was a Lowe's clearance find this year. So that one's coming along well. Um, Strawberry Sundae. Strawberry Sundae. You can see back there is one of my tomatoes. And right here is another tomato. I had to move them over to this bed. I did have them over on this side with the Roma that's over there in a pot, but it's actually right there behind Belinda's Dream. But they got knocked over in a thunderstorm, so I moved them up against the house. They seem to be doing really well. This one on the end, I believe, is Early Girl. This one right here, I believe, is Purple Cherokee. And that Purple Cherokee, guys, I've never grown it before, but it is so yummy. So yummy. So I'll definitely be growing that again next year. Um, Now, then we have another sprinter over here that I just popped in there when I moved all that big daisy clump when I dug that out. Right here we have Georgia Peach and Peachberry Ice, which are doing well. And then we have some tiny Roseanne geraniums that I just popped in the other day. They're pretty much bands. I don't look for them to do much this year, but they will really take off next year. Right there is a heuchera. I just popped it in there because my Jack Frost Brunera died. So that will more than likely not be staying there. It'll get too much sun there, like way too much sun. So right next to that is the Bishop's Castle. And that's doing great, starting to put on some growth. And then you can see my tropical hibiscus, or not tropical, my hardy hibiscus. My daughter picked that out when she was little, so I'll keep that for life. I believe it is peppermint schnapps, I think is what it's called. I purchased it from Lowe's. It's been quite a while. You can see my bubblegum uh, petunias that are in the statue are really starting to bulk up. There's two of them in there, and seriously, I only need one, guys. But they're bulking up, so that should start looking pretty good. Behind Strawberry Sunday right here, we have Morning Light, and this is a threadleaf or threadleaf cypress. That's doing well. Right there, we have Poet's Wife. This is another scabiosa. This is another Hamlin grass, and right there, guys, just looking great, showing out in the landscape. That is Belinda's Dream. That was just planted, bare root, um, this spring from Lowe's. No, where did I get that? Home Depot. $10, guys. There's one right there, there's one right there, and then there's one right there. The smaller one was planted about 3 weeks after I planted these because I was only going to do two. But I love Belinda's Dream. And I mean, look at it. It's just stunning. I love it. Um, so yeah, right in front of there are, I think it's Violet Riot, Salvia. Um, they were clearance perennials from Lowe's. It is a proven winner's plant. Um, and I think it's pretty much done for the season. Maybe one other's flush. But I need to cut it back. It did bloom twice this year already, so it may be done. I don't know. Right here are lilies. I think it's called Tiny Pearl. It's a pink. So excited to see those go. Really, truly not a lilies girl, but my daughter loves them, so I thought I'd go ahead and throw a few in the yard. Now behind that, we have David Austin's Tamora Rose. Um, and that one's not blooming or anything now, but it has a peachy colored bloom. They are really pretty. And then if you've never seen Poet's Wife right there, also a David Austin, that one has light yellow blooms, and that one's really pretty as well as the Bishop's Castle right here, guys. That's also a David Austin, and it has really pretty pink blooms. So now you can see right there and right there, butterfly bushes. This one is starting to bloom. Guys, I don't know if I'm going to keep those. I'm really thinking about taking those out. They're just, yeah, I mean, they're not my favorite. So, I don't know. I may remove them. I don't know. I haven't decided on that. But what I have decided on is this hardy hibiscus will be no more after this season. I will let it bloom, um, and then I'm taking it out. Behind it, I have a Quickfire Fab. Now I purchased that hardy hibiscus from Lowe's. I dug it up from the old house and brought it. I do not remember the variety of it. It is pretty, but I'm just, yeah, yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna take it out. It's not really my favorite. I feel like I'd rather have the Quickfire Fab back there. So, yeah, I'm digging it out. Right there is another threadleaf cypress. Right here is another hardy hibiscus. This is another one that I'm kind of contemplating on taking them out. I do love hardy hibiscus, guys, but I love the Luna series because it legit only gets like 3x3. So I may take this out and just put in another Luna, like the one I have over in the other bed. I don't know. I haven't decided because I really do like this plant. But I mean, it takes up a lot of room. Um, so I don't know. I'll have to make some decisions on that. But that hardy hibiscus, that's a definite goner. That's going. Now you can see that my zinnias are doing well over here. So let's go take a look at the back of this bed. You can see that I still need to mulch, guys. Right there too. but I'll get to it. And there is my lollipop uh, crabapple tree that's doing well. Fire glow Japanese maple. There's that thread leaf. See, I need to clean up this line too. But anyway, while we came over here, actually, there it is. That is the other quick fire fab. I have another one over on the other bed, and you could just see just all this that these hardy hibiscus drop. Those are all past blooms. So yeah, you can see I need to fix my Diablo standard. That one is leaning as well. Right here is another purple pillar um, from the Home Depot half off sale. This I purchased at Lowe's. I dug that up from the other house. I got it on clearance. I got a really good deal on that. It was when they still had their old pricing. Right here is a smoke bush that I was actually going to throw out this year, but I didn't because it stayed alive in my pop-up bag for like 2 weeks. So then I felt bad. I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't throw it out. Right here is a quick fire, and this is just a regular quick fire, not the little quick fire. But you could see, guys, the stems on these, they're still standing. So this is my issue with the full head of the Pinnacle hydrangeas. The airier blooms of the quick fires, they don't flop. So yeah, you can see my little patch of coleus back there doing great. I actually moved this from the pots up front when I did the front pot rip out. Look at that. It's just so pretty. And I used to prefer the full head panicles, but man, I mean, it's just stunning. It almost looks like it glows. So I am replacing the ones behind the house. The strawberry sundaes are leaving. And I'm putting in my little quick fires. Now, guys, here are the annuals that I purchased earlier in the season. Now, remember what I said? The illuminations were not doing much. So they are gone. Well, they're not gone. They're still in there, but they're dead. All except for that one. Um, there was one right there, one right there, and that little guy right there got a little bit of green left on it. It looks like it's trying to hold on, but they are not doing well over here. But like I said, this area, also, I thought it was out of sun by like 1 o'clock. It is not. The back along here is out of the sun by 1 o'clock. But this all right here, it's in sun until like 2:30 or 3. And it comes into the sun um, about 9:30 in the morning. So yeah, they just fried over here. But that's okay. Lesson learned. I'll have to put something else over here next year. But these sun patients over here, these are really bulking up. So I am excited about these, happy about it. You could see my coleuses. I think it's lime time. They're doing well. This heuchera I moved and planted over here in the spring. That's doing well. These little one right here I purchased from the Master Gardener sale for $2. I don't know the variety. It just said heuchera. You can see another one over there and one right down here. Those are all doing really well. Now there is that Macrophylla hydrangea that I was talking about by Monrovia in one of my other videos. I couldn't remember the variety name, but why I like it, number one, I like the foliage. Not going to get blooms. I might get one, two. That's going to be about it. But I like the black stems. Look at the black stems on there, guys. I mean, it's just so pretty. I love it. Another bunch of coleus, more coleus. This one flopped over into the hydrangea, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and leave it. Um, yes, guys, but they are looking great. You could see my one looking really good. Just the one. The rest of them, nope, they fried. But I'm super happy with the sun patients and the coleus. I think that they are all just doing well. You can see my Olivia trees well, this one needs to be deadheaded, but it's still got quite a bit of blooms on it. So behind there is my Peewee oak leaf hydrangea. I dug that up from the old house, and that one is doing really well. I probably need to do some pruning on that. Um, so yes, guys, right here, hosta. That is I think it's woo. Yeah, I think that's woo, and then in the front is woo la la. So you can see it gets too much sun. You see how it's starting to bleach out up there? Yep. But yes, guys, I am super happy with the performance of my annuals. So that is going to do it for me today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the tour, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. All right, guys, you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later. All right, bye.